Shalom. Shalom Akio. This is your humble servant by Anash. Just want to give all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakodash. I'm going to give double honors to the elders, apostles from the great millstone who rule well and teach well within this truth, who are the only ones certified to teach 100% truth of the Bible. Genuine, wholehearted, shalom to the like-minded Akim, pushing out this truth and sincerity. Today's lesson, that damn wavering spirit. Whew. Man, living in this world, as a Hebrew Israelite, I mean, you're just gonna, most of the world just sees, they see Hebrew Israelite and they see, some black dude screaming down the street at white people. That's literally how I hear that we're described. I wish I had the video that I heard that from, but it was from a TikTok video. But really, it's, the Negro, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds of the nations that are the Hebrew Israelites. We're all over the place. And living amongst this world, everybody thinks it's just, the Negroes or the black men. And living as the lower end in this society, you just face stupid things. And man, it's hard, but this is not our rest, And being inside of that mentality, inside of this place, it's really hard to find stability within our spirit when we're not in this truth. But luckily, the ones that are here that believe in this word, we can really focus on this and really listen and adapt it into our lives. And I just wanted to bring out a couple scriptures that can help out with this, but also, sharpen us up. And I want to bring out 1 John 3. And I want to bring this out in the NLT, just for those that want to. I'll read both. Verse 1 says, "Behold, what a manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of thy power. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of thy power, and doth it yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath his hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure." Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the NLT too, but that already is just beautiful. That's the Lord saying, hey, look, you are my son. You are my sons and my daughters. You are mine. The world doesn't know, because they didn't even know when Yahweh Shai walked the earth. They just kept, oh, aren't you a carpenter? Like, they really disrespected this man as he walked the earth. Of course, what do you think they're going to do to us, And that's just how it is. But verse 1 in the NLT, see how very much our Father loves us, for he calls us his children, and what we are. And that is what we are, remember. The people who belong to this world don't recognize that we are God's children because they don't know him. Dear friends, we are already God's children, but he has not yet shown us what we will be like when Yahweh Shai HaMashiach appears. But we do know that we will be like him, for we will see him as he really is. And all who have this eager expectation will keep themselves pure, just as he is pure. And this is how we live in this truth, We're pushing this worldly notion and the spirit away from us and trying to go close to the scriptures and just throwing off the old us. This is what it means to know that we are Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's children. We hearken onto his word. We pull away the things that kept us away from him. Once we become awoken in this truth, we're not trying to go back. And like he says, the world doesn't know. They don't believe, so they just don't see it the way that it's meant to be seen, because the Lord is like, I ain't worried about them, I'm worried about you. And that's a beautiful thing, to have the Lord spiritually looking at the Lord and just realizing he's talking to us. And look how beautiful he talks to us. The scriptures even talk about it right here. It says, see how very much our Father loves us. Is that not a beautiful thing, to have the Most High have us in high regard? That's the spirit that we need to have on ourselves. And it's hard to do that when we're wavering. But I'm going to bring out a couple more to be a little bit more reassuring. Let me go to 1 Peter. Oh, my bad. Not 1 Peter. Let me go ahead. Isaiah 43. Yeah, Isaiah 43. I'm going to read this. But now thus saith Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, and thou art mine. When thou passest through waters, I will be with thee, and through rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore I will give men for thee, and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather thee from the west. The Lord's saying he got us over everything down. The Lord's standing 10 toes down, as we like to say. You know, he is 10 toes down on taking care of us, of having our backs, of not. The Lord ain't wavering when he's talking about how much he loves us and how much he got us. So why would we waver in his effort? He's perfect. He ain't gonna mess up. He ain't gonna forget us. When that time comes, every time that he was gonna destroy the earth, he always sent his prophets. And as we listen to the prophets of GMS, we're taking heed. The more we take heed, like the scripture said back in 1 John, happy is the one that we're putting on to this, roughly paraphrasing. I know I just read it. It escaped my mind a little bit. But go back in the LT. But now, O Jacob, listen to Yahweh who created you. O Israel, the one who formed you, says, do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. And I have called you by name. You are mine. When you go through deep waters, I'll be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I gave Egypt as a ransom for your freedom. I gave Ethiopia and Seba in your place. Others were given in exchange for you. I traded their lives for yours because you are precious to me. You are honored, and I love you. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will gather you and your children from east and west. I don't care what anybody says. You can have somebody say, I got your back, and they will not show up when you need them. Yahweh's not on that. Yahweh ain't on that. When they say something, they mean it, and they're perfect at it. So they gonna be there. You can 100. It don't matter what number you put on it. It is. If they say it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But Jake, they get inside their own head. They mess with their own minds. They can't hold on to what's happening later down the line. They're worried about now. They're worried about all the wrong reasons for now. And they can't see the They can't see all the efforts that the Lord has for us. In fact, let me go here. I wanted to go. Yeah, was that it? Never mind. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 30:21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. We're saying, get out of your head. Stop focusing on all the negative things that pop up in your mind. What is it doing for you? You're wasting your time by focusing on all the stupid stuff, on getting caught up on all the tiny details, the details that don't matter to your salvation. These are the things that you got to learn to filter out inside of this truth. You can't be getting caught up on every single thing or that bothers you. This is not the time for this. This is the time to put on the full armor of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And as it goes further, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of man prolongeth his days. We're supposed to be learning this truth, getting over this world. Yeah, we're still going to be vexed in spirit, but be joyous at the fact that you have this truth. You already have more than the so-called riches of this earth. So much more than what they could possibly offer. You have that. What's that? Let that sink in. Out of all the things that this world has to offer, which is really nothing, what do you have? You have the names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You know the Lord's name. You know how he really is. You know what's really going to happen. You know how prophecies is actually coming to pass. You know what the mark of the beast is, the micro C-hip, the implantable device the size of a grain of rice. You know that's coming. Musk, that's coming. You know who the devil of the earth is. You know that the devil and Satan are two different entities. That's more than what this world can offer you. And that be joyous that you have this information, and then apply it to your life. Because actually, let me go ahead and bring this one. What was it? Isaiah 45, verse 5. Was it 5? Yeah. Oh, no, man. 46, my bad. 46. Yeah, verse 3. 46:3. Isaiah 46:3. This is the Lord saying, listen to me, descendants of Jacob, all you who remain in Israel. I have cared for you since you were born. Yeah, I carried you before you were born. Our spirit. In the spirit realm, the Lord was caring for us. He was creating our spirit before we even got on this earth, any of our lifetimes. He's cared for us then. He's always cared for us then. I will be your God throughout your lifetime until your hair is white with age. I made you and I will care for you. I will carry you along and save you. To whom will you compare me? Who's my equal? That's how you know the Lord is the ultimate Jake, because it's the way that the Lord talks to us. The brothers were talking about that during camp last Saturday. And because we're likened unto a woman unto the Lord, which is why us going to other gods is adultery to them. Like if our women were to go to another man, that's adultery. So we're likened unto the Lord as women. But the way that the Lord talks to us, he's like, almost like how you talk to your wife. Like, hey, I got you. You ain't need to worry about nothing. I got you. I'm taking care of you. Who if you in trouble, who gonna stop me? You know, like the way the Lord. This is the Lord that cares for us. You know how hard it is to live in this world without knowing this? That's how you get that wavering spirit. By getting bogged down in all the little grimy details of everything else that's going on. Oh, but man, I can't pay my bill. Oh man, my girl acting up. She might be doing something. Like, man, Lord, why won't you just let me? Hey, you have no idea what you did in your past lives. That could be the Lord being on like, and for that shit that you pulled a couple lifetimes ago, guess what? You ain't learned your lesson. We gonna run it back. You know? That could be the case. We don't know. But we know that the Lord does it all. He does it all. The good and the evil, the light, the dark. He is the arbiter of everything. Let me see this real quick. 1 Peter. Yeah. Right here. 1 Peter 1 and 3. All praise to our power, the Father of Yahushua Hamashiach. It is by his great mercy that we have been born again, because our power raised Yahushua Hamashiach from the dead. Now we live with great expectation. That expectation being the Savior, being our salvation in Jacob's trouble. And we have priceless inheritance, a priceless inheritance. You can't put money on this. It doesn't matter what these banking elites can give you. No amount of, they could give you the codes to print any bill, any value, and it'll be legal. But you have to give this up. It ain't worth it, because it's coming to an end. The scriptures talk about the devil walk around like a roaring lion, because he knows that he has a short time on the earth, roughly paraphrasing. So why would we willingly give that up for the same thing? Like, nah, you made your lot. You were about to reap what you sow. I don't want any part of that. I want what the Lord promised me. We have a priceless inheritance, an inheritance that is kept in heaven for you, pure and undefiled, beyond the reach of change and decay. And through your faith, power is protecting you by his power, until you receive this salvation, which is ready to be revealed on the last day for all to see. So truly be glad. There is wonderful joy ahead, even though you have to endure many trials for a little while. These trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold. Through your faith, it is far more precious than mere gold. So when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory and honor on the day when Yahushua Hamashiach is revealed to the whole world. Can't have that wavering spirit, man. This is what it's about. Holding on tight. Just endure just a little bit longer. Just hold on. Like an Infinity War. What Thor. When he was creating his axe, Stormbreaker. I'm a little bit of a Marvel nerd. But you know, he had to endure the force of a dying star on his body. If he would have tapped out too before it was ready to be closed, because he stayed long enough for the whole thing to be melted. Even though he passed out, he still stayed until the very end. Had he not done that, he wouldn't have had the ability to create that weapon in order to win. We need to stick in for that that weapon, which is Yahushua, the weapon that's going to be used against Esau. Because, man, just stick it through. Just stick it through. Like, can't even overcomplicate it. Just stick it through. You know? And you know, what we have to gain from this is far too much to make overcomplicated or put our own stupidity in, but rather just focus on what's actually being asked of us, and don't do too much, you know? I mean, you can, plenty of the brothers have made videos about being over righteous. You can just search up GMS over righteousness, you know? Just when you're going too far or when you're doing too much, you know? So, I'm gonna let those brothers go handle it. I got another one I want to bring out. Bear with me for a second. I know my fan going crazy. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm trying to speak closer to the mic. Proverbs. This is what I get for using multiple apps. I forget where they are. Proverbs 11:23. Oh wait, no, I wanted that in the NLT too. Proverbs 11:23. Because this is the mindset that we need to be able to have. Because the godly, or I'm gonna read it in the King James Version first and then the NLT. The desire of the righteous is wholly good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Now, what does that mean? The NLT said, the godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment. Now, if you're going to have a wavering spirit and just get all over your feelings and whatnot, and not be able to focus and pay attention and only bring out calamity upon your minds, you're not going to ever take heed to the truth, and this truth really just brings out your true intentions. This ministry, you can't be faking here. The Lord reveals everything, all your efforts, all your true intentions, what's really going on in your heart. It all becomes revealed within this truth. You can't hide from the Lord. If you're really out here feeling that demon of doubt, or what's it called, imposter syndrome, you have to rebuke that out. You can't be letting that sit within you. You gotta get that off of you. This will cost you so much if you convince yourself out of this truth. The things that you lose, it's not worth it. You got to put your all into this. You can't be worrying about the dumbest dumb. You got to be humble. You got to pray for humility, understanding. You got to pray for sincerity and more faith. That's what you really need to pray for when you come into this truth. Even if you feel like you have a lot of faith, pray for more anyway. Nothing wrong with having more faith. Having more faith means that you're going to be more sincere. You're going to push more to put out this word. You're going to push more to seek the word. You're going to push more to ask these questions from the brothers. You'll be more willing to listen instead of trying to talk all the time, or be focused on your own mind. Learn to shut up. Listen. That's really what's being asked of you when you come into this truth. For everybody, from the men and the women, we're all being asked, not even asked, we're all being told, shut up and listen. Put your own ego away, because it's going to lead you to your own damnation. You know? If you want to be led to salvation, you got to put off the old you and put on the new you. The new you is putting on the armor of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, moving in his word, adapting the scriptures to your life. Can't be out here trying to do it 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the scriptures. You're going to get split down the middle. And the worst part is if you're coming into this truth and you know this truth and you accept it and you're still struggling and wavering in the middle and whatnot, and you end up leaving, oh, that's a worse punishment than if you didn't know. So just shut up and nut up. That's really it. It's not the time to get shit confused. If you really think it's worth it to go ahead and stick with your gut like an idiot, you're gonna get caught up. If you don't know, you finna find out. The brother just made a video about that. Who was it? I just watched it. Man, my memory. I didn't just watch it. It was a couple hours ago. Let's see. Because I know. That was Brother Damwathia. If you don't know, you're about to find out. That's the title of the video. If you want to go ahead and check it out for yourself. Let's see here. What else do I have here? Yeah, you know, if you're not. And on top of that, let me see. Second Esdras. Come on now. 10, 33, and 8. This is that one. And he said unto me, stand up manfully, and I will advise thee. Then said I, speak on, my Lord, in me. Only forsake me not, lest I die frustrate of my hope. For I have seen that I knew not, and hear that I do not know. Or is my sense deceived, or my soul in a dream? Now therefore I beseech thee that will shew thy servant of this vision. He answered me then and said, hear me, and I shall inform thee, and tell thee therefore thou art afraid, for the highest will reveal many secret things unto thee. He that hath seen thy way, that thy way is right, for thou sorrowest continually for thy people, and maketh great lamentation for Sion. This is literally talking about how you getting in your own head and wavering and whatnot can keep you away from the Lord's counsel. You so focused on what you want to do with this, and you're not gonna. Your plan is not higher than the Lord's plan. You just gotta. Like he said, the Lord's going to reveal things in secret. Secret things unto you. He's going to reveal it how he's going to reveal it. You can't be doing it in your way. It don't work like that. The Lord's higher than us, but we're going to tell him what we're going to do, how it's going to work. Nah, that's that plantation Christianity bullshit that, oh, the Lord. The brothers go into how that is just. Move this out of the way so it don't fall. The brothers go into that about how that plantation Christianity, if your God has less emotion than you, oh, he loves and forgives all the time. He only loves us. So when you get angry, when you get confused, when you get passionate, when you get depressed, you have all these emotions. You're telling me your God only loves you and forgives? How is it that you are more capable than your own God? That's fucking weak, man. The Lord has his own ways of revealing things. He's higher than us. It's not the other way around. Even in our emotions, he shaped them. So he knows their fullest capability. He's the one that's in control of everything. In fact, let me see. 1 John 3:20. For if our heart condemn us, thy power is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things. Beloved, if our heart condemns us not, then we have confidence toward God. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. verse by verse. For if our hearts condemn us, if our the in the Hebrew, the heart, I forget the word for it. Let me pull it up real quick because I got my 1 John 3. Let me do that real quick. 1 John 3:20. Boom. Oh wait. This one? Yeah. For the heart. Cardia.
Strong's G 2588. Cardia.
In English, it's heart, but in the Hebrew, let me see. It's the center of all life, the figurative physical life, the center, the soul or mind, as it is the foundation of the seat of the thoughts, passions, desires, appetites, affections, purposes, and endeavors. It's your mind. So, scriptures are literally saying, if our mind condemns us, if you're just thinking the worst of the worst of the worst, the Lord is greater than our own minds. He's higher than us. So as bad as it gets inside your own head, you can't allow that to overpower your belief in the Lord, because he is more capable than our own minds. And he knows all things. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then we have confidence towards God. If we're able to walk through hardships in our lives with the faith, with mental peace, with the ability, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna get by. That's having Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai on our hearts, on our minds, guiding us through all these afflictions. If you don't have that, you do not have enough faith. If things are perpetuating in your mind so much that you can't do nothing, and that's where you need to pray. It doesn't matter what you got in your head. It doesn't matter what you're thinking. It doesn't matter who you are. Shut up. Pray for more faith, for more understanding, for these demons, rebuking the demons that are jumping onto you, and praying for that strength. And then moving immediately without making haste to be that. You gotta put on that mindset. You can't just pray for it and then walk away. No, you gotta pray for it and, all right, this is what we're doing. Work on it. That's how you get to that point where anything can be thrown at you, and yeah, you're gonna emotionally feel it, but being able to walk through it is being able to have Yahushai guiding your mind. And if he's not guiding your mind, beg for him to kick out your own thoughts. Say, fuck my own way, I want your way. And to be sincere about it. That's the only way that you're gonna get it. You know what? Proverbs. Back to Proverbs. We're going back and forth. 19, 20, yeah. Hear my counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. Good Lord. If there are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand. Did I read that right? Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh shall stand. That shall stand. The desire of a man is his kindness, and the poor man is better than a liar. The fear of Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied, and he shall not be visited with evil. We're saying, hey, listen, understand, walk this way, and you'll be wise in the later days. Growing, as you get close to the end, you're going to get wiser. As you put this on, you will continue to get better. Like, it doesn't get any more simpler than that. Listen, understand, you'll get better. anything that you're putting on top of this, it's gonna knock you off because you're not capable of doing it yourself. You throw things on the Lord. The Lord is higher than us. Put it on him. Not to say, do it for me. No, you say, guide me through it. Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. That's just straightforward, man. I ain't even got to break that down. You know, I will. If you ain't got the vision, if you don't have the ability to see how Yahweh Shai can work with you, the people perish. You gonna die. You know? In that latter day, in Jacob's trouble, if you don't got that faith, if you don't have the ability to put on the new man, the new woman, whatever, and the time comes, you not going. The Lord gonna be all like, "Hey, you had your own priorities when I was trying to teach you, so you go ahead and deal with that yourself. I'm here for the ones that actually put on, the elect, because they did exactly what I told them to do. You didn't. You want your name in that book, right? Shut up and do the work." Verse, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, verse 23. I'm gonna jump down there. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Yeah, you leaning on your own pride of, oh man, I got this, I can handle this, I got this. You gon' mess up because you're relying on yourself. Having that wavering spirit is because you cannot lead yourself and you're trying to lead yourself, and that's the reason you keep fucking up. You ain't capable to do it yourself. It's not gonna work. You pray for that humility to be brought low so that you can shut up and learn. How many times your parents tell you not to do something, you'll be like, yeah, I'll be fine. Then you fuck up and then you're like, damn, you had to be. That damn is you being brought low. Then your parents come back, they be getting on your ass. Oh, look, now who's finally listening? It's the same thing. Lord Ben told you don't do it that way. Then you did it. Now he's like, I'm finna get on your ass. You know? Just need to be ready to receive instruction and accept guidance. You know? I got one last one that I wanted to bring out. I'm pretty sure. Unless anything else comes to mind, or if I see something in my notes. Wisdom of Solomon 17, 11, and 13. This is what happens when you let yourself guide yourself, especially out of fear. For wickedness condemned her. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous. And that's what I wanted to look up. The word timorous. Let's look this up. Timorous. Showing suffering from nervousness, fear, or lack of confidence. So that's what timorous means. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous. And being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. Well, that's weird. What happened in Ecclesiasticus that we read? What was that? Ecclesiasticus 30:21. What did that one say? 30:21. Give not thy mind over to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. So, if the Lord's saying, don't be stuck in your own head. Sorry. If the Lord is saying, don't be stuck in your own head. Let me see this. Man, I looked at it and then I forgot it. Because I'll be ready to make my point. Give not thy mind over to heaviness. And afflict thyself not in thy own counsel. So if you're focusing on your own way of thinking based off of the heavy thoughts that you have, the things that are weighing you down, Well, what's this one saying? Wisdom of Solomon 17. For wickedness condemned by her own witness, the wickedness, the horrible thoughts that you're having, being condemned by her own witness, your own eyesight, your own thoughts, your own heart, is very timorous. And being pressed with conscience always forecasts grievous things. So if you just perpetuating shit in your mind, you're not gonna see clearly. You're gonna throw yourself all out of whack for not focusing, for not listening, for staying in your own head. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors, which is the reason offereth, and the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause that bringeth the torment. And more the expectation from within. So everything that you're trying to put into this, being less, counting this than the ignorance. So with your expectation, your expectations are making what is happening less. So because you got it up so high over here, the countenance of the ignorance, what you're doing, what you think you know when you really don't know, is what's causing your torment. Because you build it up so high in your head, it don't go that way. It doesn't happen the way you want it. You're focused on your own pride. You're letting your own mind be. You're focusing on your own counsel, trying to guide yourself. And when it don't go that way, you crash out. That spirit ain't making it to the end. That spirit ain't making it to the end. Just plain and simple. It's time to shut up and just hearken onto the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know? Don't be getting bogged down. Don't be worrying about yourself. You know? That's all I really had to bring out. But I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. By Hashem Rakakodash. And give double honors to the elders of the apostles of GMS. But yeah, hopefully this was edifying. Y'all learned something, can glean from these scriptures and really put away that damn wavering spirit. All right, Shalom.